to the Base Space Network.
Everyone, I'm a student of Unicam, University College of Aviation, Malaysia. My name is Presshasri Sangkar and I'm carrying the metric card number 2207028. So this is a group project of aviation safety and security. So yes, let's begin.
Guys, my name is Agileshwary. I'm a Unicam student too. I'm holding the metric card number DAM 2207008.
Hi everyone and Assalamualaikum. My name is Shahira Binti Shakir and I'm taking a diploma in aviation management.
Hi everyone, my name is Tasheni and I'm holding metric card number DCCA 22077014.
Everyone, my name is Vimala Muraly. I'm holding metric card DAM 2207005. So I'm also one of the Unicam student.
So first of all, I would like to give you an overview of this presentation. The content of this presentation is basically about elaborating few elements in an aviation company. So elements such as background of the company and highlighting few hazards, possible risks and methods on how to reduce the risk, and also estimating costs and so on. So my group and I have chosen one of the most popular airlines, which is the Nepal Airlines. Alright, so let's begin. For further elaboration, I would like to pass it on to my friend.
Hi guys, it's back to me. I'm going to talk about the basic background about Nepal Airlines. Nepal Airlines is the oldest airline in Nepal. Okay, so it was established in 1958. Then the other name called Nepal Airlines as a Nepal Royal Airlines. Okay, then other than that, first Boeing aircraft is 727, which is in 1972. This is the basic information that I got and share to you guys. Then I give to my friend to continue about the other informations about Nepal Airlines. Thank you.
Okay, so now I'm gonna highlight the 5 hazards in Nepal Airline. So first one, it's a challenging landscape. That's the first hazard in Nepal Airline. The second one will be Nepal's safety equipment and infrastructure. The third one will be does not have required skills and trained staff in aviation industry in Nepal. And the fourth one, I'll be talking about failure in fulfilling the terms that is set by ICAO, which is International Civil Aviation Organization. And the fifth hazard I'll talk about is aircraft that does not have updated navigation aids. Okay, so now I'm gonna explain the risk that is possible because of the hazard that I mentioned earlier. So for the challenging landscape, I will say, as you guys know, Nepal is surrounded with a lot of high mountains. Even Mount Everest is also located in Nepal, right? So because of the high mountains, a lot of weather changing happens. This may cause the pilot to have a hard time to have a very clear view when they are flying the aircraft. So this may cause an accident happen if the pilot doesn't have a clear view. Okay, so you guys may ask, like, why don't they use the updated navigation aids, which is why don't they use the IFR, which is IFR, right? So which you don't have to use the pilot's visual to fly the aircraft. So I'm gonna give you the reason. The reason is, this is the second risk. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, the hazard that aircraft Nepal Airline flies an aircraft that doesn't have updated navigation aids. Not all the aircraft that is flying at Nepal Airline doesn't have updated navigation aids. It's like the few of them doesn't have it. So this is one of the reasons when they don't have the updated navigation skills, which is like the pilots have to force themselves to have a visual look outside the cockpit window, because because they don't have the updated navigation aids. So this is why, you guys. For the third, I can say that does not have required skill and trained aviation staff. So let's talk about it. Imagine you yourself as a passenger and you're traveling in an aircraft where all the aviation staff is not trained and is not skilled. Like what happen if an emergency, and like just imagine it's an emergency happening and the staff doesn't know what to do. Like who are you guys gonna depend on, right? Like who is gonna make sure that you guys are gonna be safe? So it's very important for the aviation staff to be trained and have skills so that they can save people who are depending on them, which is like the passenger. So that is why it's very important to have trained aviation skillful person.
Now I'm going to talk about how to reduce the risk, which is stated by Shahira just now. So there are 5 ways to control risk based on control risk triangle. The first one is elimination. Elimination defined as physically remove the hazard. For an example, in Nepal Airline, they should only hire well-trained employee. A well-trained employee will increase the employee performance and organizational productivity. So the second one is substitution, which means replace the hazard. So the Nepal Airline should include updated navigational aids. Navigational aids display weather information or lightning detection sensor to the pilot. Apart from that, a good aircraft maintenance and add more aircrafts to the Nepal Airlines also helps to reduce the risk which is faced by the Nepal Airlines. Meanwhile, the most important thing they should develop is airport infrastructure. Airport infrastructure should develop according to the FAA guidance and standards. So the third one is engineering controls. Engineering control means isolate people from the hazard. So under the engineering controls, there are 2 management. First one is terminal management. Terminal management means maintenance and monitoring of assets. The second one is staff management. Staff management is basically about the information about an aircraft. So the fourth control is administrative control. There are few ways to handle it. I will start with ICAO. Nepal Airlines should follow all the terms that is set by ICAO. The second one is trained aircrew. A trained aircrew is important in order to achieve safety goals. The fifth control is personal protect equipment, is also known as PPE. PPE is important in Nepal industry in order to achieve safety and of passengers. There are few equipment that is should use, such as mask, disinfectant spray, high visibility clothing, and earplug and earmuffs.
So guys, I believe that you guys understand what Tasheni before told this. So for now, I am going to explain what is the cause of each method in Nepal Airlines. So for now, I'm going to talk about 2 cabins, which is international cabin and domestic cabin. So in international, there are 2 types, which is economy class and business class. In domestic, there is 1 type, which is economy class. So in business class, there consists 18 seats on Airbus A330 aircraft with a 6 breeze configuration and 8 seats on the Airbus A320 aircraft with a 4 breeze configuration. So in business class, passengers are government meal, which is like passengers are also provided with an array of drinks to choose, including complimentary, which is wine, cocktail, vodka, and a range of soft drink. In economic class, passengers provide meal with option of either fish, chicken, and mutton for their economic class. So passenger also can request for vegetarian meal at the time of reservation. Seats in Airbus A330 aircraft are equipped with IFE system with option including 40 Asian movies, 30 TV programs, and 20 music albums. So the next I'm going to talk about is domestic cabin. So in domestic cabin there has one type of class which is economy class. So in Nepal Airline domestic fleets are configured with economy class only. Since most of the domestic flights are less than an hour long, passengers are provided with complimentary candles and curtains only. So I think you guys should be able to understand it. So lastly, we will end with our conclusion for the next. Thank you.
In conclusion, as we know, aviation safety is the study and practice of risk management in aviation industry. Since we've been talking about Nepal Airlines originally known as Royal Nepal Airlines, which was established in 1958 and it is the oldest on its country, which is Nepal. Secondly, challenging landscape, Nepal safety equipment and infrastructure. They don't have required skills and trained aviation staff. They fail to fully comply with norms set by ICAO, and also they are not updated. The aircrafts are not updated with navigational aids. These were the few main hazards which was mentioned by one of my group member earlier. She elaborated on the possible risk based on the hazards. Risks like airport infrastructure development has been behind, leading to congestion, fair competition, and at last safety is decreased. Alright, so moving on to the methods on how to reduce the risk is basically by following the risk control triangle. This risk control triangle has 5 stages, and it's from the most effective stage to the least effective stage. The most effective stage is known as elimination, and the least effective stage is known as the personal protective equipment. So as I said, the most effective stage is known as elimination. It is for hired, well-trained employees, and also the second one is substitution stage. So substitution stage is for navigational aids. It is basically about navigational aids, and engineering control is for the maintenance and monitoring of asset, building, electrical, environmental, etc. Next one is the administrative control. It is for publishing standards and SARPs. And lastly, personal protective equipment, also known as PPE, is for providing high quality civil aviation training, disinfectant, product airliner workers and customers, high visibility clothing, is essential for directing planes and etc. Finally, moving on to the last sector, which is the estimated cost. Shangri-La class is Nepal Airlines. It is a business class with 18 seats on A330 aircraft and 8 seats on A320 aircraft. Nepal Airlines offers a vegetarian meal, i.e. IFE system, and with 40 Asian movies, 30 TV programs, and 20 music albums. So this is what they offer. And Nepal Airlines provide economic class passenger with complimentary candies and curtains. So this could be the facilities that is provided over there. And I think we have come to the end of the presentation, and we hope this presentation help you all to gain some knowledge about Nepal Airlines. And yes, thank you very much for watching this. Have a good day. Thank you.